I don't care.
Wait, what?
Welcome, everybody, to the show. Joining us is our co-host and fellow traveler, Dan the Dan Noodles Man, the Easter Bunny of Wargaming. Dan, how's it going?
Yeah.
What's up, Doc, I believe was the correct expected response for that. So, folks, tonight, Dan, just like I did last week, will be selling some war games, and there's going to be some very nice deals out here for you. And I won't tell you, I will tell you, if Dan has made the price unreasonable. How about that?
Yes, please. And you know what? First of all, let me put something here.
Either way, high or low.
I do this very reluctantly. Obviously life happens and shit happens, but
no, I understand. It's like selling your children for scientific experiments.
You know, I don't want to sell nothing, man. But anyways,
I get it.
Okay, so the people in the peanut gallery in the chat, feel free to check my Noble Knight prices and my BGG prices. Feel free to make an offer.
One thing I will point out for those who are going to check Board Game Geek and then look at the little sidebar that says what Noble Knight has it for, that price on BGG from Noble Knight is not necessarily accurate. So I would actually click into it because I got caught by, well, I didn't get caught. I figured it out, but I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't $90. Right. So if anybody wants to do that extra legwork, actually click through to Noble Knight.
Yes, and the thing is that's probably what happened to me. If some prices are ridiculous, feel free, okay? Because things have to go. Okay.
Yep. So we're doing this basically the same way, right, Dan? Anybody that wants to buy something, we'll email you. The email address is in the ticker. You got to pay via PayPal. Buyer pays shipping.
Yes, absolutely. And if there's any Canadians out there,
you're going to be less displeased than those in the United States.
Well, the thing is that write to me if you see a game and let's talk, okay? So the first game I've got.
Hey, maybe folks can bear in mind. I'll let you get started 1 second. Bear in mind, if you buy a bunch of stuff, then it makes the shipping cost seem a little less ridiculous, potentially.
Whatever. Right? Okay, anyway. So my first one is The Dark Summer in Shrink, a game by Ted Rasier.
Solid game, so I'm told. I have not played it. I have it. I haven't played it.
So BGG wants $40. Noble Knight wants 75, if I'm not mistaken. I'm asking 35. Brand new.
Bargain basement, folks. In the shrink wrap. Look at that. $35 for the Dark Summer Teds. A very well-received game on the Normandy campaign. And again, email, if you're interested in any of this, email's in the ticker. Send Dan an email and he'll get you sorted out.
Send me an email. Okay, so that's that for that. The second one is, Shrink, obviously. Everything's fine.
And we might be going a little long tonight, folks, too. If that could happen, I'm just letting you know. All right, American Civil War from Worthington.
Oh, yeah, and yes, those are U.S. dollar prices.
Ah, good catch. I wouldn't have thought to ask.
Yes.
So, USD. So, $35 USD for the Dark Summer. What do you want for American Civil War here?
The American Civil War. By the way, this is... Let me check. Most of my games are immaculate.
I have basically no insight onto this game at all.
Okay, so
blocks. Okay.
It's not punched. That these bags haven't even been opened. So you're breathing the air. of the day they were made. All right.
There you go.
So the American Civil War, it's a hold the line game. It's a game by Sean Cook, I think.
Okay.
Whatever. Okay.
So what did you want for it?
Yeah, I heard you. Okay. What's it called? The
American Civil War.
I wrote all these down. I didn't. I like writing.
And flipping through pages.
Yeah, shit. See, that's the issue.
You'd be right at home playing Rollmaster, Dan, let me tell you.
You know what? If I don't find it, I'm just going to make a bloody price here.
All right, well, just make it up then.
Come on, man. Seriously?
All right. Is this the 2018 American Civil War? Nope, it is not.
Okay, so all I got was BGG for $79. I put down 50. I'm going to say 40. How's that?
$40 for American Civil War from Worthington.
Is that a good price already?
I don't know, but I'm looking at. I'm getting a lot of feedback from speakers on your side, but it's a lot less now. That could be just my microphone, so don't worry about it.
Of course it's you. Nothing is me.
All right. BGG new Canada price is $79. New US price is $105. What did you say, Dan? $30, $40?
Yeah, I said $40.
$40. That seems like a roughly half price, so I think that's cool.
Okay. My next one. Shit. You won't believe this one. In Shrink, it's 2-player ambush.
Ooh. In the shrink wrap, too.
In the Shrink.
Did that come from Carl's collection by any chance?
Nope. This came from, I bought this Noble Knight many, many years ago. So Shell Shock.
And as we can see, you've gotten a ton of play value out of it.
Yeah.
Shit, Shell Shock in the shrink wrap?
So Shell Shock in the shrink wrap, and you know what? I was surprised at how low the price was.
Oh, really?
Oh man, are you kidding me or what, man?
Wow. No, you're right.
I know. I thought it was going to get millions of dollars.
I don't know about that, but
millions. Christ.
So I'm sure Dan will be happy to. Anybody that emails, I'm sure Dan will be happy to provide a shipping quote for them, and then they can make
that.
The way I do it is I use Pirate Ship. I don't know what you were going to use up there. And I literally generate the label and I just don't pay for it until they send me the money. So I box everything. Once I have all the info, I boxed everything up. By the way, folks, I still have 3 packages that need to go out from last week's sale. The others have gone. Those are all going tomorrow. So there was a complication on Friday, meaning I got my identity stolen by some people that decided I was unemployed. So
I can't find Shell Shock, man.
I'll talk about it tomorrow.
What price do you see?
I see 15 copies for sale right now. $10 in the US, but it's good shape, which is in fact really quite lousy shape. $25 is what I would say, Dan.
$25.
In the shrink wrap, that is a deal.
Shrink
wrap, Shell Shock. Now that's the 2-player version of Ambush.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know what? Let me look at my price at the list and go get the game. How's that? Okay, here we go. So, Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit. I have here.
Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit number 1, currently out of print from our good friends at Multi-Man Publishing, but should be returning to in-print sometime around the middle of the year.
It's punched and curtailed. What do you call that? Clipped.
Clipped. It's got, circumcised, as I like to think of it.
Yeah, I've got... should I remove this tutorial thing? This was for me. It's like... or should I just leave it in the box?
I'd leave it in the box. You're selling it, so you don't need it.
No, I don't need it. How much did I want for that?
I think we said $30.
$30.
MSRP.
$30.
The MSRP of the last printing was 32, by the way, but it's going very high right now because it's out of print. If it was in print, I'd say 20, 25, but it isn't, so I'd say 30.
Okay. God damn.
He's really better organized than you think he is, folks.
Yes, I am, okay?
But you probably think he's pretty disorganized.
Okay. U-boat leader.
U-boat leader from DVG.
And
Shrink wrap?
no, it's not shrink wrap, but it's let me tell you something. It's a beautiful all the cards are here. Never played it once.
It's not shrink wrapped, it's just exceptionally shiny.
And you get a counter tray.
And you get a counter tray, folks. So
All
what do we
right.
want for a U-boat leader? This is one I thought about buying. And an idea was to compare it to the Hunters, which I never bought it, so that never happened.
Now, listen to me, Artie. BGG was $69. New mint on Noble Knight was $125.
Mm.
And you know what? I'm going to throw in the minis.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, you might as well. If you're getting rid of the game, what do you want the minis for?
Yeah,
So, yeah,
that's your
throw
opinion, okay?
in the minis pack. No, I'm saying good job, Dan. Good thinking.
Shut up. Okay, so Artie, U-boat leader and the minis, I put $60. Is that stupid or what?
It's low. I'll be honest. You could sell it for that, but it's I'd probably with the minis 80, 90 was what I would have gone to.
I'm gonna stick to 60.
All right, $60 for U-boat leader and the U-boat and Gato leader miniatures, which are probably worth at least $2-3 million nowadays.
And you know what? If you want me to paint them, well, then we're gonna have to talk. All right. But I'm not.
Dan will paint them for you too. There will be an extra fee associated with that, however.
Oh yeah, and I charge by the hour.
You should.
Okay, so that was U-boat leader. Okay, let's do a Holland spiel shellacking, okay?
Holland spiel. Very innovative games from Holland spiel.
Okay, so okay. I've got NATO Air Commander.
I have this. I actually want to play this. Solitaire game. It's a Cold War Goes Hot type of air combat game. It's actually fairly neat looking. And it's kind of operational too, which is also cool. There's a companion that I think says Warsaw Pact Commander or something like that too, which is a separate thing. But
it's obviously in beautiful condition. And you can still smell the ink on the map.
There you go.
So, okay. Artie, you be the mediator here. I saw it on Noble Knight for 75.
Okay.
So if I'm asking 40, is that cool?
I think that is a very good price for somebody to buy it at.
$40.
$40 for NATO Air Commander.
And
which,
like I said, if
I've actually got this one.
If somebody wants this game and they say, hey, Dan, it's a little bit too pricey. Well, email me. Talk to me, okay? Talk to me.
Dan's willing to dicker. Dicker and Dan. The Magic Man.
Come on, man. I had Holland spiel all over the goddamn place. Okay. So.
This is why I use Excel for this kind of stuff. This looks neat. I don't have this one.
It's a game of survival, but you die in the end.
Yep. Just a matter of exactly when and how, as I recall. It looks neat.
Die.
I'd love to play it.
You're gonna die.
Yep. That is the idea. Not a cheerful game here on Easter Sunday, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, these little cards, are sleeved.
I am so proud that you've sleeved the tiny cards.
Okay, so where the hell was it? Meltwater. Here goes. I saw it on BGG for 60. Nothing on Noble Knight. and I'm selling it for $25.
$25 for Meltwater. That is a bargain price.
Blitzkrieg.
Who did that? Tiny Battles?
No, Scott Muldoon.
The designer, but who published it?
Holland spiel.
Oh, okay. I thought that was... I might be thinking a Tank Commander or something like that.
These are those
heavy, whatever that material is that Steve uses. I have no idea what it's called.
Okay, so Blitzkrieg in immaculate condition. 25 BGG, 48 Noble Knight. Dan Pancaldi asks $20.
$20 for Blitzkrieg. Cool little introductory war games. You can play it with the kids, or if you know any exceptionally stupid adult war gamers, they will be able to handle it.
Okay, Brave Little Belgium. I don't want to part with these games, man. I really don't. But anyway,
I get it.
Brave Little Belgium.
Christoph, I think you need this one.
Unpunched.
Doesn't make much difference in these Holland Spiel games because there's usually not that many pieces.
Look, and it's signed copy, man.
Oh, signed copy. Look at that. You should keep that. I'm just saying.
I didn't know it was signed.
Many hours of play value out of this copy of Brave Little Belgium. I don't even have a signed copy of that. I talked to Ryan like a week ago.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep it.
There you go. You should keep that. Yep. Yeah. Everybody, the chat agrees. You should keep that. Don't get rid of it.
Sorry.
I wouldn't get rid of a signed thing either.
Dinosaur Table Battles.
I have never played this. I'm not going to buy this. I would play it at a convention if the right opportunity came up, and I would be shocked if this is not tons of fun.
The cards are still in the little plastic thingy. Everything's beautiful. Never been played. Dinosaur Battles. $24 on Noble Knight. I'm asking $20. Is that too much?
$20? No, it is not too much.
Okay.
Holland Spiel games tend to, at least right now, I don't know, I haven't checked that recently, but usually their price point is somewhere in the 50 to 60 range. Some of them are a little bit more, some of them are a little bit less. So I think that is an excellent bargain price.
$20, for God's sake.
$20. It's a bargain price.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? If I was going to a convention like Compass Expo, or what, they don't do that there anymore, I guess. But if I was going to a convention and thinking I was going to dump stuff, that's about where I would put some of those prices too, on the low side.
So I'm pulling a Band of Brothers. Okay, I've got Ghost Panzer here.
Okay.
All right. Let's see the condition. I've even got a photocopy of the rules.
In addition to the rules, right?
Huh?
You've got an actual rule book in there too, right?
Yes, of course. Everything is double.
Okay, cool.
Look at that. The actual rule books are in a Ziploc bag.
Many hours of play value from this delightful production from...
And silica gel.
Don't eat that, folks. Don't eat it. It doesn't taste good either.
And it comes with a counter tray.
The deluxe treatment.
Okay. So, people want to know the price.
Grant, thanks for stopping by.
Brant, where are you going? You know, the guy's always busy. He's busy.
He's super busy, and he's already got a lot of games.
Okay, so this is Ghost Panzer. $50 on BGG. $55 on Noble Knight. I'm asking $40.
$40 for Ghost Panzer. This is one of the early ones, as I recall. I don't think so. Oh, I don't think so.
Okay, well, I've got the battle pack by Karl Paradzi, and I asked him if it was okay to sell it. And he said yes. And where the hell is it?
What battle pack?
There's a battle pack, meaning, I don't know, some sort of tournament pack or something.
For a Ghost Panzer?
For the series.
Oh.
Look.
Okay.
I can't see it. I don't know where it is.
Are you throwing it in for the $40?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so let's
I
forget
have
about
zero. I mean, I know kind of what it is, what this product line is, and what it's about, but I have no familiarity with it whatsoever.
Well, it's basically it rewards flanking tactics.
Cool. That's
so
good.
Screaming Eagles, 135 on BGG, 60 on Noble Knight. I'm asking 45.
$45 for Screaming Eagles, Band of Brothers. Are these from Tiny Battles or Flying Pig or?
No, this is from Worthington.
Worthington? Okay. Yeah, they're older from Worthington.
Okay, so look, if it's too expensive, call me and whatever.
DJ Flippy, it's in the ticker. Email Dan at that email address. No enemies here at videotron.ca, whatever that is. We're asking if that is the remastered edition. I don't think so. I don't think so. But I could be wrong. I will be happy to get a correction on these.
Okay, so here we go. For what remains, all three with the terrain expansion pack, with the extra dice.
Those are indeed dice.
That's hilarious. So, out of the basement, Shrink, Blood on the Rails, Shrink, Streets of Ruin, Shrink. So, all right, here we go. Lord of heaven. God,
all right, yeah, that's kind of what I thought this was. This is like a post-apocalyptic tactical system.
Yeah, it's an RPG, man.
Yeah, David Thompson was involved, so it's probably real good.
And you know what? I called David Thompson, or I texted him, and I said, do you mind if I sell some of your games? I'm really sorry. And he was so nice about it. Because I feel a bit guilty, you know what I'm saying?
You'd almost think David was Canadian. He's such a nice guy.
What a nice guy. Okay. So, for what remains, I got 65, 30, and 40 from BGG.
So we're looking what? So you're gonna, but you got the extra dice and the terrain pack.
Yeah.
So right off the top, $100. It's all in the shrink wrap, folks. Can't buy it new for this much.
You know what? $95. That's what I.
$95. See, Dan.
Let's make it an even 90. I hate nickel and diming.
$90 for a whole, possibly everything ever released for what remains.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about right.
Not many people are buying this stuff, man. Oh my! What do you want? Okay.
It's Dan's job, folks. My responsibilities will end at approximately 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Okay.
Assuming we get done in that amount of time, and we might not.
So we got Quartermaster General.
Which one?
The first one?
The original one? Okay. I think that's a second edition, though, because I think the first one was in a flat box. I might be misremembering that. That's always possible.
All the cards are sleeved.
Or maybe that's the original and the flat box is the new one. You know what? I like Quartermaster General. I think it's a pretty good game. I do think you really probably want to play it with 5 people, or 6 people, or whatever the maximum is, because the dynamic is very different if you're playing with the full complement. But it's a good game.
So Quartermaster General, 45 on BGG, 24 on Noble Knight, $20.
Very good price for quite a good game, I thought. I mean, it is somewhat Risk-like, but it's just like Risk, except it doesn't suck as much.
Quartermaster General, 1914.
Now, I have not played this one, but I am told that this one is actually better than the World War II one.
The only thing I did to this game was remove the shrink. Everything else is
Still in the shrink.
still in the shrink. So, okay. So, what was Cold War? BGG 30, Noble Knight 79. I'm asking 30. But if you're going to bitch at me, I'll bring it down to 25.
30 sounds extremely reasonable to me. This is the Quartermaster General Cold War, right?
This say what?
Show us the game. Cold War, not that one. You showed us that one already. It's the Quartermaster General Cold War, and not the Victory Games John Prados game from the 80s. There you go. That's what I'm fishing for. No, that is a bargain price. $30 sounds great. BGG, I'd like to try this.
BGG is 30, 79 for Noble Knight, $30.
Sounds reasonable to me.
All right. Christ.
That's what I told him. I told him we were gonna. He's like, you got to check me on this if I'm asking for a price that's insane. And I told him we're gonna get a lot of feedback from the chat on this, Dan.
Yeah, and Molotov Cockatiel already gave it to me.
Mm-hmm. And he's close to Canada. He could drive up and pick his up.
Okay.
Or at least he's closer to Canada than me. I've got a large body of water in the way.
Okay, we're going to go to DVG.
We're going back to DVG.
Spanking. Just
Warfighter Modern.
All right. This is Warfighter Modern. I put tactical, whatever.
Okay. It's the scale. It's somewhat abstract, but it's tactical.
Okay, so it's $60 on BGG. Nothing on Noble Knight. I'm asking 40.
$40 open and unpunched. Warfighter Modern. I've heard good things about this too. There are some folks I've talked to that do like the Warfighter games. I will tell you, I've got the fantasy one because that sounds like, oh, this will be, and I'm like, wow, this is super detailed. But then again, the fantasy one gives you like the rules for all of them, not just the fantasy stuff.
So this is unpunched. Brand spanking. What the hell did I just do there?
I don't know. That was Warfighter Modern.
Okay, so I'm asking, what did I say? I said
$40 is what you said.
And same thing with this, unpunched and all kinds. Yeah, I know it's a crime to sell, but you know what's a crime? Life!
Okay, so that's Warfighter Shadow War.
Yeah, same thing, unpunched, unshrinked the cards. Same thing, $60. I'm asking 40.
This is true. A somewhat larger body of water, John C. from the sunny Philippines.
And you know something? If someone is interested in both these games, normally it would be $80, and I'm going to both these games at 70. How's that?
Okay.
That's it? Okay.
70 each, right?
No.
Or do you mean 70 for both of them? All right, that is a bargain price.
You got to tell me if I'm getting ripped off here. Okay. I got something called Fitna.
Yeah. From Nuts. Yeah, Fitna.
Okay.
Global War in the Middle East. This looks interesting. They had it on tables at SD Hist.
Okay, so it's only been the shrink has been taken off. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh,
all
no,
right,
it's punched. It's punched. Sorry, punched.
Okay, it's punched.
Okay, the cards are still like this. There, la la la. But it's mint. The Fitna, 38 on BGG, 68 on Noble Knight. I'm asking 35. And you know what? Just because life sometimes really sucks, I'm going to give this one away for 25. How's that?
$25. That is a bargain for Fitna. It's supposed to be good. It's also supposed to be good.
Yeah, I almost boxed it without the rules and everything.
I mean, these puns do write themselves in this particular case, right?
All right.
Dan's big finale for the night is gonna be his beloved, cherished copy of The Eagle and the Sun. So stay tuned for that. Go ahead, Dan. Triumph and Tragedy.
Yeah, Craig Besink. This is the second game that Stuka Joe and I did for GMT video and all that.
It's a solid game too. I have enjoyed playing. It's a sandbox, right? Don't expect historicity out of it, but you're playing the wrong game if that's your expectation. It is a lot of fun to play.
I have saved you the trouble of stickering. Everything has been stickered. Okay? Spanking. Richard,
expect some conversation about the GMT situation and update on tomorrow night's counterclipping show.
Yeah, I read that. What the hell is this game called? Triumph and Tragedy.
Triumph and Tragedy.
You know, I can't get more organized than this. This is what it is, man.
I would like to introduce you to the wondrous power that is Microsoft Excel.
Yes, of course. Where the hell is it?
Dan's doing a little bit of accounting here, folks, so bear with us.
Seriously? Look, if I can't find it, I'm just going to make a price, eh?
Oh, don't make me put you in timeout.
I'm not finding it.
What game were we talking? Were we on again?
Triumph and Tragedy.
Triumph and Tragedy. Is that the 3-inch box?
No.
It's the 2-inch, the regular size box, the 2-inch box?
Yes.
First printing, then.
Yes. I could have told you that.
Looks like it's $50-ish on BGG for what sounds, looking at the code, like a slightly used copy. 95 at Noble Knight. That is probably for new.
$30.
$30 for Triumph and Tragedy. It's a good game. It's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it.
$30. I got to write this down. $30 beans. Okay. I hate doing this because this guy's a friend of mine. Bayonets and Tomahawk.
Mark Rodriguez game. Bayonets Tomahawks. Is that open? Looks like it.
It's opened. It comes with a little cocaine bag. It's unpunched. Unpunched. Never been touched by human hands.
You just touched it.
Yeah. And that's it. All right. So you get.
What do you want for this beautiful and highly regarded game, Bayonets and Tomahawks?
By a Quebecer, man.
It's a Charles S. Roberts Awards winner.
Bayonets and Tomahawk. Bayonets and Tomahawk.
It has literally been approximately 20 years since Volume 2 in this series came out, by the way.
Bayonets and Tomahawk. What am I, stupid?
Alphabetical order. Excel does it for you.
Yeah, well, I didn't use it. God damn, man.
Bayonets and Tomahawks starts with B.
What's
The letter B as in bungalow or buffoon.
Bayonets and Tomahawk. Bayonets and Tomahawk. I knew I wrote this. I wrote this for some reason.
Why am I doing the price research?
I thought I had this down, man.
Don't you own a highlighter or something like that? All right, Noble Knight. I'm not going to Noble Knight's site, folks, for this. Because I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm just looking. So prices are in the $45 to $55 range for this game.
45 to 50.
55, yeah.
$30.
$30 for Bayonets and Tomahawks, untouched by human hands. Only garden gnomes have handled the components.
Hey, don't talk about my family that way. Man, Mark is going to get all pissed off.
He's Canadian. He'll get over it.
How much did I ask? How much did I say?
You said $30.
Fuck.
Richard Armitront will Archambault will be at Stack in May, so you don't have to ship it. I'm doing that with one of mine. Actually, I'm dropping it off at BGF.
Richard, I don't know if I'm going to be there. Shippo. May 1st, one of my friends is going in for surgery. May 2nd is my birthday. I'm probably going to be with my friend at Surgery Hospital.
All the finest people born in the month of May, folks. Me, Dan, and the late, great Roger McGowan.
Tarawa. Been played twice.
This is supposed to be excellent.
Been played twice. I lost twice.
That's why it is excellent. It's supposed to be hard to beat, as it should be.
Well, everything is still.
Joe, I didn't get hit too bad shipping from Ohio, but Canada's probably going to screw something up.
You know, it's funny. Stuka Joe just said it must cost an arm and a leg to ship to Christ anywhere in the world. I got a story. You got time for a story?
Do you have time for a story?
Yeah,
we're 37 minutes into the show already. We can do another one of these too, so it's cool.
So, what was I gonna say? So I used to tie flies, right? And so I went to this guy's house, wherever, and he's selling fly stuff. So I go see the guy, and the guy greets me at his door, and he's in a wheelchair, right? And he's missing an arm and a leg. Fuck. I should never have seen that, because as soon as I see that, wheels start turning in my head, man. Like, don't say it. Don't say nothing. Don't say it, Dan. Don't say it. So he shows me a feather, and I swear to God, I just met this guy. He shows me a feather. I look at that feather, and it's a feather from a bustard, whatever. Very expensive. I said, God, this is really expensive. And I said it. Must have cost you an arm and a leg. The guy was missing an arm and a leg.
Yes, you have informed us. Did he take this well, in good humor?
Well, we both looked at each other like, what the hell? And
I can't believe you said that.
Yeah,
I can't believe I said that.
And I said, you know what? I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to say nothing. And it's the first time I was actually.
He said something.
Cut off, whatever. Oh, Tarawa. Did I say a price for Tarawa?
I don't remember if you said a price for Tarawa. I'm appalled by that story.
I don't do it on purpose, man.
I think you said $30.
Is that what I said?
I don't know if you said anything, but I'm saying $30.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying $30.
You're not a very good agent.
It's probably 80. Well, that's because I'm not an agent. It's probably 80 new. I'm spitballing this.
You know what?
You say I think 30 sounds reasonable. There's a opened copy going on BGG for 50.
Okay, well, since you said 30, I was asking 35, but we're gonna go 30.
I got okay instincts for this kind of stuff for some reason.
We're going 30 for Tarawa. Right. And maybe
next time I'm gonna.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Maybe I'm gonna with no enemies here, and I'll sign it or something.
I'm doing science here, so please proceed.
DVG by Stealth and Seed, David the Beautiful Thompson. Great. This game is. Let me see here.
Are you going to get rid of the? Is that the game about the Italian Marine commandos?
Yes. Hey, look, life.
Well, I get it. It happens.
This is unpunched. Unpunched, never been played, hasn't been touched by human hands. You could still smell the box. I love that smell. Okay, so by Stealth and Sea. Let me see here. Of course. Maybe
I just looked what this is going for.
How much?
Noble Knight has it for $195. There was lower prices on BGG, but like the $15 price is only selling one of the books out of the thing.
Yeah.
So that's going to sit there for 15 years.
Yeah, I saw it for $195. You know what? I'm asking 60 for it. Is that fine?
Okay.
What? What's wrong with that?
Mike, so I actually wrote it down and then guessed 40 for it, okay? And then I looked at BGG and I'm like, okay, this goes for more than I thought. So I am wrong sometimes, folks. I think $60 is a fire sale price. I'd ask 80. But
look, I'm going to stay with 60.
all right, Dan Stellan, fire sale here tonight, folks. Everything must go except for brave little Belgium.
Everything must go. Everything must go. Okay, next is Charioteer by Culkin.
Matt Calkins, yeah. I always have to think really hard to remember his name because I've never played any of his games, but that will be remedied at some point.
Okay, what game did I say?
Charioteer.
Yeah, Charioteer. So, Charioteer...
No, I don't believe it is part of Valiant Defense.
No, it's not. Come on, Charioteer.
Starts with a C.
Oh, you guys are going to freak out.
C as in cosmonaut.
Okay, so Charioteer, $30 BGG, $60 Noble Knight, $25.
Fire sale prices here, folks. The shipping's going to make up for it a little bit if you're in the U.S., but the stuff's going nice and cheap.
I had that in consideration too. You know what I mean?
That's a fair point. Since a lot of the folks watching tonight will be here in the U.S., and I don't think they're going to get hit with a tariff charge. If they do, maybe it's not that big of a deal, but I wouldn't want to pay it. What did you just hold up, Charioteer?
I just held up Charioteer.
Sorry, I was looking at the chat. Go ahead. Please proceed.
Okay.
Condition.
It's spanking.
Punched, unpunched?
It's, well, it came in baggies like this with
I don't even know if there's counters for this. So
no,
there might not be a punched or unpunched.
No, there's no. This has been.
Oh, those are neat.
This has been untouched by human hands.
Okay, untouched by human hands, folks. The Christmas elves, however, have gotten into it.
So I'm asking the stupid price of $25.
$25 for Charioteer. Very good price.
That's stupid, man.
I got to start writing these down because I'm not paying close attention, and Dan keeps forgetting what game he's talking about.
Okay, we're lock and loading it.
Lock and Load Publishing, our good friends. One of the packages I got to ship tomorrow is going to David, actually.
Okay, and I even called David because these were support games. That he helped me support my channel with these games. I did not reviews, but I talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
David's a good guy. Don't agree with everything he's ever said, but that would be ridiculous to expect that.
We should have him on.
We should have him on. And as soon as I've shipped him his package and aren't embarrassed to reach back out to him anymore, I will send him an email inquiring about it.
I don't know why I have that different.
Happy to talk to David.
Okay, a wing and a prayer.
Who's this? Oh, this is Lock and Load. This is a card game. Am I right about that?
No. This is there's cards, and I think it's event cards. They're all sleeved. Every card is sleeved.
The deluxe edition, folks.
Yes, and
Dan has pimped them all out, even though he's never played them or punched them.
The manual comes in a Ziploc. My Ziploc. And
that looks suspiciously like it used to be Noble Knight Games Ziploc, but okay, yep. I have a few of those myself.
And these all counters have been punched.
Gorgeous.
And you get a tray with that.
Gorgeous. I for one am proud to say that Dan has taken excellent care of this game and has carefully circumcised each and every counter.
Well, if you can Beat him, join him. Okay, so look, Artie,
I think Dan doesn't care. If you see something you need to have, send an email, and if you see something else, send another email. It's all cool. Dan is very smart, despite his reputation, and he will figure it out. You will work it out with Dan, hand in hand. Your human-sized hand and Dan's tiny cookie-making elf hand.
Gilbert, man, how are you? It's been a while, Gilbert. We gotta chat, have a pipe. Lots to say. And Gilbert's an archaeologist. And
that's awesome.
What an interesting life this guy's got. He's got no life. That's how interesting it is.
You got to be a serious I considered an archaeology major, actually.
Well, I mean,
until I took a class, and then I said, yeah, this was a cool class, but I'm not doing this for a living.
David and his wife are archaeologists, and at one point he was telling me that he was somewhere around Israel, or maybe he was in Israel or something, and he was in a cave, and he heard the jets go by, man. Anyways, and his wife smokes Russian cigarettes. Figure it out.
Okay.
All right, so what did I say? A wing and a prayer. Okay, people, I saw it for $100 on BGG and 120. Jesus Christ.
Go ahead, Dan. That wasn't about you.
125 on Noble Knight. Now,
what game is this? What game is this?
A wing and a prayer.
Wing and a prayer. Okay, got it.
Okay. You know what? Christ. $80.
$80 for a wing and a prayer. Very well taken care of. Game from the Dan Pencaldi exclusive library.
Game and you want to haggle? Email me, will you?
Dan's willing to haggle. Frankly, if I was selling these games for these prices and you tried to haggle with me, I would tell you to no. I would tell you no. These are the prices.
No honor in surrender.
So it's about the French?
No, man.
I couldn't resist. I'm as tired of that as anybody, but I couldn't resist.
What's the matter with you?
I couldn't resist.
Unpunched.
No honor in surrender.
I'm asking 35.
That seems extremely reasonable to me.
Okay. Oh, I took out the maps. And I might have the X maps for this. And if I do, I shall send it to you.
Richard, I've got video on this. This is an awesome game.
What?
Go ahead, Dan. The Russian Revolution game from Compass, from Mike Wilner's game. Prelude to Revolution, I believe. Oh. Yeah.
It started here.
If you've seen the movie, folks, this plays just like that.
It's those big counters there, those like wooden counters.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. It hasn't been touched.
I think that, Captain Nolan, I think the position we're taking on shipping costs is anybody interested, let Dan know. He will work out the shipping costs and communicate back and forth until some arrangement is made.
Great. Make me work like an animal for
shipping.
$20.
Shipping will be kind of expensive, but the prices are making up for that here too. So,
okay. Unpunched, raid, and repost. Right?
Cool cover, by the way.
Yes. I like these games. Anyways, what was it called? Raid and repost?
Raid and repost.
20 on BGG, 35 on Noble Knight. I'm asking $15.
$15? That is a very low price.
Yeah.
That's not a super expensive game anyway, but for $15, Wake Island. This one I've actually seen.
Wake Island, a heroic defense. You know what happened? They all died.
Well, it was damn heroic, though, wasn't it?
They're dead.
Yes.
So they're Noble Knight 34. I'm asking 25.
Board Game Bliss has it for $59.
Unpunched. All right.
Did you say 15 for that too? Or 20?
Wake Island.
Yeah.
25.
25 for Wake Island. Okay.
Okay.
Next time we do this, Dan, you send me your list of shit, and I will alphabetize it and keep track of the prices for you. Okay?
Yeah, but
you got to do the research.
I still have to find the game.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'm just saying.
Ramla Gazala. And you know what? Whoever buys this game, I will send them a piece of music that I wrote for this game. No extra charge. And let me just tell you that as a musician, as a composer, it's $300 minimum per linear minute. Per linear minute. Yeah.
Right. Speaking of that, did you see a new Hawkwind album dropped over the weekend?
Hawkwind?
Mm-hmm.
I was just listening to Hawkwind.
And you know what? It sounds like Hawkwind. So I was pleased.
Well, what else is it going to sound like?
Yeah.
Okay. I did stuff unpunched. Laminated. I laminated the maps. Okay? Unpunched. Ramla Gazala with a original piece of music. And what the hell do I want for this?
I believe Dan is referring to the amount of footage of the magnetic tape.
Ramla Gazala. I thought everything was here. Damn it. What do I want for this?
I don't... Ramla Gazala? I got off of BGG somehow.
You know what? Who cares? I'll tell you what I want for it. I don't care anymore. $20.
40 at BGG, so...
There you go.
You're doing okay. See, you're getting a killer instinct.
The Devil's Beach. All right. This is unpunched.
It's not as nice as Pismo Beach. Unpunched. The Devil's Beach, the Omaha Landings. I would 100% play this.
$100, did you say?
No. I would 100% play that.
$35 on BGG. I'm asking 25. All right. So there
you go. $25 for The Devil's Beach. Another, I think, pretty good cover. I mean, it's like one of the same 4 photographs that we see on a lot of covers of Normandy games, frankly. But I think it's used well here.
Christ, I can't even walk around now. It's the game's all over the place.
All I could think of his dad off camera. Like the dad from The Christmas Story. Triplanetary by Steve Jackson Games, a Mark W. Miller design originally published in 1973 by Game Designers Workshop. It sat in, Steve had the rights for almost as much time as it took to develop space travel before producing this fine new edition of the game.
Unpunched.
It's a really clever game, too, by the way. Especially, it's stunning for 1973.
I love the artwork, man. I really, really do. All right. So, what game is it? Triplanetary.
Triplanetary.
What am I asking for this?
I don't know what this goes for. Now I have this one, but I've got the GDW version.
Triplanetary. God, that's ridiculous. That's stupid. BGG 40, Noble Knight 38. I'm asking
Noble
30.
Knight 62. Noble Knight 62.
30. It's 30.
30 sounds extremely reasonable. Nobody buys it from you for that, Dan. I'll figure something out. I wouldn't mind having it.
Good. Okay.
Since I'm apparently buying Steve Jackson game stuff again.
Now, these 2 games are extremely special to me, but I spoke to the person, and they said, Dan, I understand. Do it. So, Corellia 44. All right. This is
SCS from Multiman Publishing.
This is a. No, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. It's a Charioteer game, unpunched. Unpunched. Okay, so let's see what I was asking for. What is this? Corellia 44.
Corellia 44.
Let me go back here.
Corellia starts with the letter K.
Yeah, well, not in my the way I.
As in something.
Corellia 44, $25.
$25 for Corellia 44. Unpunched, did you say?
Unpunched.
Oh, unpunched. There you go. I do have a feeling Carl played a lot of his games, and those are the ones you've got. But this guy's unpunched, so cool.
He's got multiple copies of games.
Well, Carl is a connoisseur of fine games.
Okay, here is another Carl Paradzi game with the special treatment that Carl does. Doubles the counters. So each counter has been glued onto the other counter, therefore not needing.
Okay, let me explain the Carl process here, Dan, because I've seen Carl talk about this. So Carl, a game that Carl buys, he gets the game, says, "Cool, I want to play this," and he goes to the publisher and gets an extra set of counter sheets and glues 2 identical counters on top of one another, so they are super extra mega thick.
Even with the little thingy that says, "Sorry, we screwed you big time."
I would call that weird, but I can't say that I mean, I have saved my counter clippings in the past, so I can't really call names.
Carl's notes.
There you go. Carl is a serious man.
Okay,
I'm not trying to be smart ass about this. I mean, I'm serious. Carl is very serious about his gaming.
Yeah, and Carl is an extremely smart man.
Oh,
and
yeah,
very serious. He's a very serious guy, but
but for some reason he puts up with Dan.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Anyways, so what am I asking for this? This is what it's called, the Mighty Endeavor. My God.
Mighty Endeavor's a good game.
People, who doesn't jump at this are going to freak out. I'm not even going to mention the prices of the other place.
Hold it up, please, Dan.
$15.
$15 for the Mighty Endeavor. Is it the first or second edition? If you hold it up, I will tell you.
2005.
Okay, that sounds like the first edition. Can you show us the box? That is the first edition.
Is $15 good?
That is incredibly inexpensive. It is a great game. It's a kind of game where it's a little bit like Fortress Europa, except it's way less fussy. So you could kind of experiment with landing at different places and different emphases and play it a dozen times in a year and get a lot of you can get a lot out of this game. It's an excellent buy.
All right.
The game in question here is the Mighty Endeavor SCS from the Multiman.
Okay, let me do it this way. Okay, so shit. Oh, here it is. This is the battle pack I was talking about. Oh yeah, my games are on the floor here. Yeah. Battle pack. This is from the library of
Carl. I did steal this idea from Carl, except I actually ordered a stamp that says stolen from the library of Ardwulf's Lair. And next time I do a sale, folks, if anybody wants the stamp on the inside of the lid of the box, which is how I do it, I will stamp it for you. So okay. I didn't even think of that until somebody said something.
This is unpunched, but out of the sprue.
So strip punched, or they fell out of the sheet, more likely, frankly.
Yeah. So, and it's a mounted map, man. So this is Battle Pack number 1 by Jim Crone. And what the hell do I want for this? Band of Brothers Battle Pack, $30.
$30 for the Band of Brothers Battle Pack from the library of Carl Paradis.
Hey, look, I'm asking $45 for Band of Brothers, $40 for Ghost Panzer, and Battle Pack 30. You know what? Because I feel benevolent. Someone takes out $300.
$100 for the whole kit and caboodle of
the only one I don't have
the
is
Band of Brothers
Arrow.
system, which a lot of people did enjoy that system.
Okay, Malta Besieged comes in that, you know what I'm saying? So this has never been touched by human hands. Never. And Malta Besieged, which is, I think, a solo game.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah, solitaire.
I think so. There's like several siege games that came out all in like the same 12 or 18 month period, and I haven't played any of them, so I keep getting them mixed up.
Okay, Noble Knight wants 75. BGG wants, what is it? 45? I want 40.
$40 for Malta Besieged from Worthington, and I guess we don't need to mention that it's real nice inside. I wouldn't mind having this either, to be honest. I'm not buying it, but I wouldn't mind having this. So this is a reprint of 1918-1919 Storm in the West, I think it's subtitled. Is a reprint of two of Ted Racer's World War I games from Command Magazine, done by GMT just a couple of years ago. I haven't played these, but I have played the other two that they did a long time ago, 1914 Glory's End and Where Eagles Dare, Where Eagles Fight, I think is what it's called. They're both very good, so I would unhesitatingly play this too.
So this game, where the hell are the counters?
Well, that could be a problem.
Oh, they're the counters. Unpunched.
There you go.
Okay, more counters here, unpunched. And I'm asking the ridiculous price of, where the hell is it? $25.
$25 fire sale prices.
$25.
Everything must go.
I'm lowballing everything because of the shipping, man. I feel bad for you guys.
Sunday. Dan's lowballing things. Don't whine too much about the shipping. It ain't Dan's fault. He's doing what he can.
It's not my fault at all. Does anybody want Apocalypse Road?
Apocalypse Road. It's Jeff and Carla. Unfortunately, Carla just passed away.
I know.
So
Apocalypse Road. This has never been touched by human hands.
If you're a real big fan of the road, and this is totally Jeff's intention on this, Jeff and Carla's intention on this, because I talked to him about it. If you've enjoyed the Road Warrior series of movies, folks, and would love to see that in a game, and don't really want to play the racing games without a CRT, this is your game.
Yes. And you know what? What was it called? Thunder Road.
Yeah.
That was the first video that Stuka Joe and I did for GMT, if I'm not mistaken, at that time. And I was going to Nova Scotia, which I probably won't go ever again. But anyways.
Because it's cold there.
And you know what? No, it's not, actually.
Well, I guess it's the Atlantic. I don't know what the...
Yeah, no, it's just humid, man. It's like English weather.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so, Apocalypse Road. Let's see here. Cripe.
Oh, yeah, it's Thunder Alley. Thunder Road is the Bruce Springsteen song, Dan.
Apocalypse Road. Apocalypse Road. Where the hell is it?
It starts with A.
Yes.
As in asinus, which is Latin for donkey.
Why are you calling me an asino?
Oh, I didn't say that. I didn't say anything like that. I just, first A word that came into my mind.
Okay, I don't have a price for this. I'm just gonna say a price. I don't care. Okay, I got it. Holy cow! Noble Knight wants $125, and BGG wants $25. Now,
I don't know. Without looking at the BGG descriptions, people sometimes sell parts on BGG, and that could be what's going on there. I'm not looking at those. Noble Knight does want 125 for it in opened condition. It doesn't say unpunched, but they may not have been. They may not be considering it like a game that they have to track that on. They have been a lot better lately, by the way, about saying whether a game is punched or unpunched, at least.
$40.
40 bucks seems extremely reasonable to me.
Okay. And you know what?
And if you don't buy it from Dan because you don't want to getting shipped from Canada, go buy it from GMT. Everything's on 25% off right now. Grand Prix. Never been touched by human hands. Only the Keebler elves have been inside.
You know what? It's still unpunched. Grand Prix. You look, if someone wants both games, I'm going to make a price for both games. But I'll tell you what.
Okay. So if you're interested in anything like a package deal here, folks, which is also a good idea because then you might be able to not get boned on shipping quite as much. Communicate that to Dan in your correspondence.
Okay.
Email in the ticker that is on the bottom of the screen. I'm
asking $30 for that game.
Thank you, Captain Nolan, for doing the research. Dan and I were both too lazy to do.
So I had asked 40 for Apocalypse Road and 30 for
Thunder Alley. Grand Prix, right?
What is that? That's $70, right?
Yes, last I checked.
$60 for both. If you
$60 for both Apocalypse Road and Grand Prix.
Okay. Now, all right, here we go. And they're all at the God, Jesus.
We got to do some skits, Dan. We really do. Let's talk about that soon.
Last 100 yards.
I would really like to try this game system.
Volume 2, Airborne over Europe. The 101 for sure is in there. What's it called? The last.
Dan would be the host on QVC that cut himself swinging the samurai sword around.
What's it called? The last 100 yards.
Last 100 yards, volume 3, I think?
Volume 2.
2, okay. Nothing but the finest lubricants used around here, folks.
Where the hell is it? Come on. I can't find it, Artie.
What game are you looking for?
The last 100 bloody yards.
Oh, right, the airborne one. That's pretty new. Unfortunately, there really isn't predictive search on BGG, so if there's a typo, and I make a lot of typos because I'm a terrible typist, it sucks. All right, so Noble Knight, $44. Someone in the U.S. is selling a like-new copy for $95. Actual Noble Knight price, when you go there and look instead of BGG, is actually $54.
Okay, $30, unpunched, untouched by human hands.
$30. Only the dwarves of Durin's folk have inspected the contents.
You stupid.
I'm going to milk this for the remainder of the show, Dan, until you decide we have had enough. We are 70 minutes in at this point.
Yeah, we're gonna have to kill it soon.
Okay.
I mean, we can do this again, already.
We can totally do this again. And to be honest, you got a lot of games here already. Do these, see how it goes, and then you can make improvements to your process for next time, right?
Okay, so...
But that said, do you have one more game you would like to put up for tonight?
Actually,
right. Like telepathy here, folks.
I have better than one more game. If I can find it.
My guess is about 8%, actually.
What's 8%?
This is 8% of your games that you're going to sell.
I got a lot of games. Man, anyways. Okay. Storming the Gap.
Oh, this thing, yeah.
Storming the Gap and the expansion. All right? Storming the Gap and the expansion. Untouched by human hands. Untouched. And this is the Kickstarter, I think, thingy. Which David,
the whole Kickstarter deal with all this, with the million tons of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So, look. BGG Storming the Gap is 145. And the expansion is 40 and 35 on Noble Knight. You know what? $100 for both of them.
That's an absolute steal.
$100
for the record. I have, like, just as topically, this is not a thing I was interested in at all, but somebody brought it to Winterfest, and they had this whole huge, elaborate, like a whole standard folding table filled up with this stuff. And I'm like, geez, what is this? And I'm like, oh, this thing. Wow. This is a lot of stuff. And it's nice.
Yeah. Someone just emailed me.
For Custer's Last Stand?
Custer's Last Stand. And it's the guy with the best name in the world. Doug Weed.
Doug Weed.
You know what? Doug, this game is unpunched. And Custer is still alive in this game. So let's see, Doug. Let's give Doug a very stony price.
Well, Dan's looking it up. I'll just let everybody know that be nice to Dan on the dickering too. Don't try and like screw Dan out. Dan needs the money, so bargain in good faith with Dan. The prices might float a little bit, but
good faith.
Particularly when offering to buy a large number of said games. In fact, if you want to throw in about 15 grand, would that be fair for like all the games you want to sell, Dan?
Yeah, I'll give him all 15 grand.
For 15 grand, you can drive up to Dan's house and drive away with him.
Yeah.
Let him know if that's your plan.
You know what, Doug Weed? You know, I bought a piece of furniture from another guy who had the best name in the world too, and his name was Joe Bud.
Joe Bud.
Okay, I don't have a price for this. How's $30, Doug? Watch this game be worth 100,000 million.
Well, that's what I'm checking.
Is it too high? Let me know if it's too high.
No, Noble Knight's search is not that great either, to be completely honest. Oh, there it is. Noble Knight's out of it. It'll actually be easier to find on BGG.
What do they want for it?
They don't want anything. They don't have it. $75 on BGG.
And what did I say?
Did you say 40? I think you said 40. It sounds completely reasonable to me.
I said 30. I said 30.
You said 30?
Yeah.
Oh,
Doug,
okay.
Doug, 30.
Doug, wait. Doug, your last name gets you the special $10 off.
Hey, thank you very much for putting up with me. And I really appreciate this. I got a few emails. That's wonderful. And let me get rid of this, and then I'm going to get in touch with Artie again, and we probably will do this again, Artie. Is that cool?
I'm totally okay. Not every week, but no, I'm totally cool with doing some more of this. I have had a fabulous time not being responsible for shit this time. I just sit here and make wisecracks. It has been great. I've had a fabulous time.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, all right, folks, we have literally got to go. So everybody have a great night, and we will see you all again next week, same time, same channel.
And you